Kool TV proudly presents Kentucky Christian University Soccer as the Kool Hits Sports Network brings you coverage of the KCU Knights live from Grayson, Kentucky. Now let's head to the pitch for the pregame show and KCU Soccer live on Kool TV.
And a pleasant good afternoon, early evening, as we welcome you into Knights Stadium as the KCU Knights welcome in the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs here in Appalachian American Conference here on this Wednesday evening. James Carr, happy to have you along with us as these two teams set to square off here in just a little bit over a minute. Looking at the opponent, Tennessee Wesleyan, they come out with a record of 2-2-3. Last time out, they tied with Truett McConnell 1-1. Pair of wins on the backside of that over Montreat 3-0 and Johnson, Tennessee 5-3. They finished in a 1-1 stalemate against number 2 Dalton State, Georgia, and defeated Rio Grande, who was third in the nation back on September 1st, 4-0 in that game. They are receiving votes coming into this contest and certainly have several players that can stick it in the back of the net for this Bulldogs team. For KCU, after knocking off Alice Lloyd 3-2 here on the 7th, they fell in a heartbreak fashion to Truett McConnell 1-0 a couple of days later, and then on the road at Montreat 9-2. So, again, KCU still trying to figure some stuff out as, again, a youthful team as they move forward and so forth, but we'll certainly see how things play out for them as they get ready to go up against a very stingy Bulldogs team. Looking at some statistics walking into this one, Wesleyan has put it in the net 11 times, 9 assists on those 11 goals, giving up 11 goals on 6 assists. In the net, Michael Garahy from Lisdoonvarna, Ireland. We got several players from across the pond on this lineup. Cian Gantley from Helens Bay, Ireland. He's on the defensive side. Kuda Niwatiwa from Norwich, England. He's a defender. And then Dave Najanhuis from Millingen, Netherlands. Sifoso Nguyen from Cape Town, South Africa. And then Vainand Vessels from Pretoria, South Africa. They've also got another gentleman from South Africa, out of Cape Town, South Africa, also there with Nijuenya of Logan Harrycombe. We've got a forward out from Senegal, Bada Sadie. So a lot of guys from across the pond on this team that appear to be a very long and athletic team, and we'll see how things play out as we get things ready to roll here in this one. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have first kick, KCU and TWU, after this on Kool TV.
Rev up your autumn adventure and refuel at Clark's Pump and Shop. Make a pit stop and treat yourself to our assortment of snacks and drinks. Clark's Pump and Shop has the perfect treats to satisfy your fall cravings. From our seasonal lattes and iced coffees to specialty donuts and desserts. Don't just fuel up your vehicle, fuel your taste buds at Clark's Pump and Shop, your ultimate road companion. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy. River Cities Builders is a licensed general contractor specializing in commercial and industrial projects, and they have a history and reputation of providing top-notch expertise through their experienced and devoted workforce. River Cities Builders also is a gas facility maintenance company offering petroleum equipment maintenance and EMV-compliant upgrades for smart payment terminals, and they offer 24 hours, 7 days a week emergency service. Call 606-473-4112 or visit rivercitiesbuildersinc.com.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Early action here in this one as KCU and TMU underway. A good attack there by the Bulldogs, but they send it wide. And it'll be a goal kick coming up for KCU. Brent Ferguson in the net for the Knights. Ball sent off to the far sideline. One out of the air by Grant Barron. Chip shot back post. Turned away by the Knights defense. Bulldogs will settle. Push it off to the far sideline. Now they move backward. Defense is all pulled up. They've got only 10 across midfield. Ball down in the near sideline. Now KCU with an interception. They'll push it out in front. Michael Garahy sends it forward. Trying to play it up to Ninja Huis. Could not play it. It settles down at the feet of Charlie Wood. They'll play it off to the far edge. Good swing down toward the 18. It's Aaron Brown that settles that one away for the Knights. Ball outside the 18. The Knights will clear it. Gwenya send it to the far side. The Bulldogs will reset. Here's Gwenya up the near side. Drops it off to Gantley. Down in the near corner. Connell loses it out of bounds, and it's going to be a goal kick coming up for the Knights. Christian Altsir working in the goal for the Knights. Now we've got a drop in. On the far side, well, now they're going to throw it in as a throw-in, I believe, or maybe they took the ball out of play. I'm not certain. They've removed the ball from play, saying that there's not enough air in the ball. So stop the clock here. They've got the play stopped. We'll get the clock reset to 42 minutes. I've never seen a game where the ball had to be reinflated. All right, back underway we go. Big swing of the leg, sends it out of bounds. And a throw-in coming up for TMU. Good ball through the double defense. A nice touch and a save there at the face of the net. Three looks, and the Knights turn it away. Gantley settles. Fires it across the face of the 18, off the head. Back line of the defense there for the Knights as Gage Bowling launched that one to the outside lane. And KCU avoiding the scoring opportunity for the Bulldogs early on. That was a heck of a defensive save there. Corner kick coming up. Nope, long throw in on the far sideline. Good throw down inside the 18, just outside the 6. And Nijuenis knocks it out of bounds on the side of the net. It'll be a goal kick coming up for KCU. Good ball up near midfield. Played off the head there by Jonathan Kasenza. But quickly turned. Harrycombe intercepts the pass. The Bulldogs settle. They'll play it back at their half of the defensive side. Bring it off near side to Nijuena. Touch and a settle near side. That's Nijuenis, or Nijuehuis, excuse me. And then a push off there as that's going to be a foul against the Bulldogs as the shove. That was on Grant Barron, freshman out of Norwich, England. Christian Altsier, freshman goalkeeper out of Hurricane, West Virginia. Ball caroms all the way back near midfield, and then all the way back to the goalkeeper. Bulldogs will push it up the far sideline. Now they'll cross and change fields. Charlie Wood will bring it forward. Bulldogs being very patient with their attack. Iguena pushes it across midfield. A touch near side to Gantley. Good ball, left-footed, down inside, turned away by the Knights defense. It settles at the feet of Cosenza, and he'll clear it all the way down to the goalkeeper for the Bulldogs, who settles it at his feet at the 20. You know, sometimes offensively, you're just trying to play defense. You just keep the ball away as much as you possibly can from a team that really likes to get after things. And we get a foul against KCU. That was just outside the box as Legion Huis gets tripped up. Here's a Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay. Nice touch right there by KCU, and then as Legion Huis tries to get to it, he gets swept off his feet. So a free kick coming up just outside the 18, so a great scoring opportunity coming up here for the Bulldogs. Kian Gantley, Helens Bay, Ireland Jr. He'll come forward and put this one in play. Chips it toward the goalpost, and it's off the crossbars of the football upright. And it'll be a goal kick coming up. Christian Altsier, some of the work that he did in the game, and when they lost that 1-0 contest to Truett McConnell, he made some remarkable saves in that game. And there was a ball that just carried him the wrong way had the perfect side spin that he didn't get to. And that was what decided the outcome late in the second half of that ball game. Knights really did a great job of playing defense as Truett McConnell stayed on the attack much of the contest. But Altsier, he made the diving saves. He made so many balls that would off of his hands out of the top of the net that he kept the ball clear, and just that one ball that had that funky side spin on it that trickled into the net as he made a diving attempt and could not get there. You look at this Bulldogs team, they'll be back home against Bluefield on Saturday And then Bryan, Tennessee next week. They'll head to Columbia, South Carolina on the 29th, and then several games, 6 games coming up in the month of October. We'll check in with a nice schedule here in just a bit. Here's Nijuan Huis. Ball bouncing toward Dylan Connell, the freshman out of Eastbourne, England, but a nice save there by the Knights goalkeeper of Christian Altsir. Freshman out of Hurricane and Park South. We stay even in a scoreless contest. Knights will send it out of bounds, and Niwatiwa launches it in for the Bulldogs. They'll play it ahead. Gantley working up this near side. A nice cross, a drop out toward midfield. Iguenya turns fields, takes it to the opposite side. Zach Blair, the junior out of Nashville, Tennessee, turns it forward, gets it right back. KCU trying to play 2 on the defensive side of trying to stay around the ball at all times. Here's a good run up that far sideline. Niwatiwa cross it across the face of the 18, and it's kicked out of bounds on the near sideline by Jonathan Cosenza, senior out of Beaver Creek, Ohio. And it'll be a throw-in coming up for Gantley. 10 minutes gone here in the opening period. We're scoreless. Ball settled off the chest there by Balavicio. Good crosser to the backside, and it's turned away, and a diving save there by the goalkeeper, Altsir. What a play. Look, he is hanging in the goal, and that ball is just in front of that cross line. What a heck of a save there by him. He got some help on the back end, too, there by Caden Banks, the junior out of Minford. Check this out. Off the crossbar, Banks cleared it, and then Altsir turned that one loose and dives on it just in time to keep it scoreless. Good look there on that instant replay. Brought to you by Grayson Sporting Goods for all your sporting goods needs. See the good folks up at Grayson Sporting Goods on Main Street. Goal kick one out of the air by the Bulldogs. Turn to the far sideline. They'll get a throw in front of their bench. Iguenya drops it in. It's intercepted by the Knights. A nice turn there by Jensen Harbaugh. He'll play it up the far side with a nice touch. Back out to Harbaugh on a runner up the far line. Heavy defensive pressure being applied by Zach Blair. Harbaugh can't get to it. It's a goal kick for the Bulldogs, and here they come. They're in forward driving motion, already taking the ball out toward midfield. They'll drop it over to Baldavicio. Baldavicio, a touch, right back to him. Up near side, Connell. Cleared on the back line there by the Knights. That was Caden Banks. And a long throw-in coming down near the near corner for the Bulldogs. Kian Gantley, junior out of Helens Bay, Ireland. Tosses in at the feet of Dave Njuin-Huis. And that one's sent over the field. And a goal kick coming up. Beautiful evening here as, well, we're still late afternoon technically. 24 minutes till the actual evening mark of 6 p.m. here in Grayson. And a little bit of sun has kind of peeked in behind the clouds. When I did the women's game, I was on camera up top, and it was just an absolute oven roaster up top. Travis goes up top, and the sun goes behind the clouds. Good ball out near midfield, 50-50 ball, one out of the air by the Bulldogs. They turn it forward. Nice job there on the second ball. Poked out of bounds, sideline throw coming up for the Bulldogs down from their bench. Iguenya with a drop to Harry Combe. Brings it near side. Trying to play it down. A good running ball down outside the 18. They were feeding it out to Barron, but Can't make the connection, and a goal kick coming up for the Knights. So far, the Bulldogs have been really patient of trying to make those runners and trying to cross the ball down inside the 18 from the opposite side. Usually you'll get, when you bring the ball near side, they'll try to cross it across the face of the 18 and get somebody coming up that sideline on the back post. Just not been able to make that connection. They've had a couple looks down inside the goal that they've not been able to win it. Here's a nice ball that's one out of the air. A touch coming near sideline. Baldavicio brings it out, top of the 18. Ball settles. Here he comes. Swings it with the left foot and bends it wide to the right upright. And another goal kick coming up for the Knights. So far, with as much attack as this Bulldogs team has offered, we're nearly 15 minutes into this contest. We're still even at 0. Couple of games here Saturday for the Knights. KCU volleyball, 11 o'clock a.m. first serve over at the Lusby Center and Ron Arnett Court coming up on Saturday morning. And then football is here on Saturday at noon. You can catch both of those games right here on Kool TV. Nice job there by the Knights to win that ball just south of the midfield stripe. Brown clears it, brings it near side to Cosenza. He'll touch it back toward the midfield stripe. 50-50 ball, one out of the air there by Zach Blair for the Bulldogs. Aaron Brown, the sophomore from Greenup, tries to touch it off to the far sideline, and Cody Burns can't get there. And if you're watching along with us here on Kool TV and you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you like the material you're seeing. Hit that little bell. Anytime we put out new material, get an alert on your devices. Greatly appreciate all the support of our fans as well as the great staff here at Kentucky Christian University. Ball chipped down near sideline. Baldavicio. Heavy pressure there by Bowling. They're tangled up, and the ball goes on the turf, and they'll get a push off of Baldavicio, and Bowling slow to come to his feet. So inside of 29 minutes when this ball goes into the air. Good ball there, lifted skyward over top of the skies here in Grayson. Turned backward toward the Knights. Bulldogs will play it back to their goalkeeper. Michael Garahy out of Lisdoon's Varna, Ireland. Again, another run up the far sideline, a chip down inside the box, and a touch off the foot, just off the crossbar there by Baldavicio. Another great opportunity missed by this Bulldogs team. And then another shot right at the net. A great save by the goalkeeper. Sometimes I kind of kid. I wonder if Christian Altzer's taking a moment to gather himself or just saying a mindless little prayer there. Enough left-footed kick and just missed the kind of the collection opportunity there by Dylan Connell, who was crashing, and Altzer there again just kind of laying on the turf. That young man has played some really good soccer. I mean, you look at the scores and some of them that's been given up, but here's a ball intercepted by Grant Barron. He'll fire it off the back side of the net and puts it in for our first goal of the ball game. So Grant Barron here with the interception off the far sideline, and then pulls it wide and fires it past Altzer. Here with 27-28 to play in the opening period, and it's 1-0 Bulldogs. Back live action now. Bulldogs on another attack. Leave this one at Connell's feet. He'll swing it with the left foot right in the midst of Altzer. Barron settles backward. Bulldogs will switch fields, bring it near side to Iguena. Now they'll take it back off to Zach Blair. That back line of the Bulldogs changing fields. Now they like the one that they have. They'll bring it at the near side. Baldavicio with a drop. Knights really playing back defensively. Iguena crosses it over, takes it to the far sideline. See if the Bulldogs bring it back, and they do. Here's Gantley. Trying to touch and get it right back. A push, no call. We play on. Knights with possession. And then immediately stolen away by Charlie Wood. Heavy pressure there by Harbaugh. And it's punched out of bounds on the far sideline by Genhuis. And a throw-in coming up for the Knights in front of the visiting Bulldogs bench. So Grant Barron with the goal. A lone scorer thus far in the contest. His second goal of the season. There's a ball chipped across the near side. Knights try to save it in. Jesse Heiser, sophomore from Richmond, could not get there. And the question is it a throw or a corner? Looks like they're setting up for a corner kick. 15 minutes into this ball game, 1-0 our score, visiting Bulldogs in front. High arcing ball toward the back post. Knights defensive line turns it away. It'll corral all the way through and to the far sideline. Genhuis kicked it off the leg of a Knights player on that far sideline. It looked like that was Titus Rush. So a throw coming up for the Bulldogs. Genhuis takes the drop. Now they'll revert it all the way back to Barron. He'll put the foot to it down inside the 6, and a touch right there by Dylan Connell. Puts that one in and just gets it past the goalkeeper for a 2-0 lead. Take a look at this one on instant replay. Brought to you in part by Grayson Sporting Goods. As Connell, just the slightest of touch on that ball, and makes it 2-0. Titus Rush, freshman out of Lafayette, Indiana, puts us in play. Harbaugh with heavy pressure. Nice spin out. Right up the middle of the field he goes, but loses the possession of the ball as quickly it goes back to the feet of the Bulldogs. They'll turn it off to the far sideline. Crosser down inside the 18, sent away by Gage Bowling. 50-50 ball outside the 18. Near side it comes. Cosenza plays it off of the head. Gantley with the drop. Heavy pressure by Harbaugh. They'll send it away from the Knights. They'll turn it to the far side and start the attack. 2-0 they lead it here, and we approach the 23-minute mark of the opening period. Here's a ball down inside, sent away, and then fired off the feed, and that's back-to-back goals by Dylan Connell, the freshman out of Eastbourne, England. He collects the trash, as they like to say in soccer. It's just this one carried right off of the goalkeeper, and he was right there, settled his feet, and delivered a dart off the left foot. So after 13 minutes of scoreless action, we've had a flurry of 3 goals in the last 4 minutes, and our head official there just got took off his feet. So how this plays out is that instant, as soon as he's hit, what he does, he just picks the ball up and will do what's called a drop-in. You'll see here this kick here from Harbaugh. Takes him off his feet. So a drop-in here as we play back on. Brown with a drop to hardball. Plays it forward, but it's intercepted. Was looking for Cody Burns. Niwatiwa touches it down inside the 18. Near side it comes, and a great defensive stop there by Jesse Heisler. Heisler sent that one away as Bondavicio loaded up and got ready to uncork that one into the net. Great defense there by Heisler to send that one away. So we stay at 3-0, favoring the visiting Bulldogs, but some really good defensive stops there by the back line of the Knights in this contest. Heisler, a sophomore out of Richmond. Good ball sent skyward. Cosenza tries to win it out of the air, but it goes over top of his head. Gantley settles. He'll revert it back to his goalkeeper, and they'll start the pressure from there. Knights do not push up, though. They've got 4 guys across midfield right now, and quickly they drop back as the attack comes up the near sideline. Gantley. Back to midfield. Harry Combe with a chase. Stolen away there by Harbaugh. Titus Rush with it at his feet with 2 on, though. And Charlie Wood swipes it from behind. Sun peeks out from behind the clouds and lights up the turf playing surface here at Knights Stadium on a beautiful fall-like evening. Here's Harbaugh, slows things down at midfield, a touch up to Rush. He tried to leave it out the back, but Tanner Hughes, who was coming up from behind him, could not get there. Bulldogs will take it far sideline now. Now center it back up just outside the 18 as they try to push it down. Brown sends it away. Caden Banks plays it off the head. Cameron Crawford will poke it to the far sideline. It'll be a throw-in coming up before we get it in. A couple of subs coming up. Well, we have a breaking action. Take a look at the Knights' upcoming schedule. Bryan, Tennessee, starting next week. 4-game road trip coming up with Union, Reinhardt, and Appalachian Bible. They'll be back here on the 4th against Bluefield, Virginia, and then on that Saturday against U-Pike. Both of those games we watch right here live on Kool TV. Turn it down inside the box. Gantley trying to corral it from behind. He'll turn it down inside the 6, crashing from the backside on a heading attempt. As Iguena, with a diving crash on the backside, could not make the connection into the goal. And we stay at 3-0 and approaching 19 minutes to go here in the opening half. Bulldogs women's soccer team with a hearty win over KCU, 21-0 in the early game this evening. Right now, this Bulldogs team that's receiving votes in the national poll, leading 3-0 over KCU in the men's. 50-50 ball, one out of the air, turned downward as it'll start a push for the Bulldogs. Near side it comes to Connell. Heisler trying to push him off the ball and does so. Nice job there by Jesse Heisler to push him off the ball and turn it. Bulldogs win it before it gets back to midfield. They'll start their push up the far side. Now they like it back near side as they'll put it back to Wood's feet. Nice ball down in the far corner. And a ball that's launched. And it goes well out of bounds. As Grant Barron, he's got one of the 3 goals in this one. Dylan Connell with a pair of goals. Sub on for KCU, Deshaun Thompson, freshman out of Nashville, Tennessee, will come into the contest. Inside of 18 to go, 3-0. Bulldogs in front of the Knights. Good ball out near midfield. One out of the air by the Bulldogs. 50-50 ball on the far sideline. Harbaugh settles it at his feet. Thompson trying to chase two on the far side. It's out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw for the Bulldogs. They'll go negative and drop it back toward their goalkeeper and then start the approach up the near sideline. Iguina plays it ahead. Connell settles it off the chest. Nice there by Cosenza. Wood. Touch off near side of Harrycombe. Just outside the 18. Julian Withrow checking into the ball game. Connell, a pair of goals. The second and third goal for this Bulldogs team. Drops it down to inside the 18, and Dave Nijenhuis loses it across the end line, and a goal kick coming up for KCU. Bulldogs with 11 shots, 6 on goal so far in this contest. And I want to make one correction, too. In the goal for the Knights, it's Brett Ferguson instead of Altzer. I was not given a starting lineup and just was able to find it on the live stats, so my mistake on that. So Ferguson, the junior out of Seaman, Ohio, from Peebles High School. Nice touch to the near side. Harrycombe down to Connell. Connell crosses across the front of the 18. A nice move inside the 18 there by Withrow. Knights turn it away for a moment. Connell rolls it across just outside the 6. Charlie Wood will settle. "30 minutes gone in this one. So we're inside of 15 to go, and a sub coming on for the Bulldogs. Logan Thompson will check in, junior out of Arlington, Tennessee. Harbaugh, big swing as he launches that one all the way across midfield. One out of the air. That's Austin Fruth, the freshman from East Carter, checking in and had it played down for a moment. Now Harbaugh and Withrow get tangled up. Bulldogs regain possession. Connell down in the near corner. Turns it back right. Zach Blair turns it down the far side. Bulldogs leading 3-0. Harbaugh steps two. Right to the Bulldogs' back it goes to Charlie Wood. Iguina up the near side. Trying to touch it down toward Connell. And they can't make the connection. And it'll be a goal kick coming up. Possibly, no, they'll say the Knights touched it last. So it'll be a corner kick coming up. Genuis for the corner kick. High arcing ball crashing on the back post. And get a foul against the Bulldogs as they launched into the defenders on the back line. Knights still with a player down as he slowed to come to his feet, as he was the one that took the brunt of the force on the back post there. trying to check a number as he stood up. I believe that's Cody Burns. And it is. 12.5 to go here in the opening half. 3-0 Bulldogs in front of the Knights. Genoa steps 2, wins it at midfield. Nice little touch, crosses off to Connell. Connell trying to settle at his feet, has it swiped away. Cosenza. Nice touch with 3 on. Trying to play it ahead to Thompson, can't make the connection though. Withrow goes backward. Iguena will turn it to the far sideline. Logan Thompson taking it down just outside the 6 with heavy pressure. Knights turn it away. A nice job on the defensive back line again. Cody Burns had it for a moment, had it swiped away. Nice defensive stop there by Caden Banks. Good ball near side. Had it out to Austin Fruth. Heavy pressure being applied by Gantley as he swipes it away. Heiser was trying to step 2 and had a great ball and just overran it for a moment. Ball turned away just outside the 18 again. Looking for Thompson out top in that forward position, but nobody home. Charlie Wood turns very patiently, and we get another touch by our official. Not often do you see an official get struck by a ball. That one was much less dramatic than the first one that took him off his feet after a goal earlier. There's a ball that goes all the way to the back post at the foot of Cannell, and he put it on the left foot and shot it wide of the cross of the upright. Cannell leads this team in scoring with 3 goals. He's now got 5 with 2 in this one. Cooper Rolfe, freshman out of Maysville from Mason County High School, checking into the contest. We go inside of 10 to go in the opening half. 3-0 Tennessee Wesleyan. Good ball there by Harbaugh. Turned downfield. Withrow plays it off the head. Here comes Thompson crashing down that far sideline. And we get a foul. And a player down for KCU is coming slowly back to his feet. Now they just going to set up. That's Caden Banks. Banks is still slow to come to his feet. So we go inside of 9 minutes. Free kick coming up for the Knights. Gage Bowling lining it up, trying to get it in the position of an attack. Harbaugh will launch it up the far sideline, trying to get it up toward Deshaun Thompson. Thompson applying heavy pressure there on Zach Blair. Garhi turns it ahead. Gantley near side. Connell rolling up the near sideline. Cosenza back up the near sideline. Intercepted. Now Harbaugh has it swiped away by Withrow. Withrow gets tripped up. Ball out near midfield. Thompson trying to run 2. Heavy pressure there by Niwatiwa. Knights will control the action. Up the far sideline it goes, looking for Thompson again. The Bulldogs step 2. The back line of the defense starts the offense and fast forward. Here's Connell looking for the header on the back post and cannot make the connection as he was falling backward. And he goes out of bounds for a goal kick for the Knights. Mikkel Linder out of Ebeltoft, Denmark, freshman, checking into the ball game as he'll replace Connell. Opening goal by Grant Barron. 13-minute mark. The 16-minute mark. Connell punched in his first of 2 goals. The second one coming at the 22nd minute. There's Harbaugh. A slide tackle there by Gantley. Harbaugh wins it back. Nice job there by Jensen Harbaugh. Tried to send it near sideline, but again, it's intercepted by the Bulldogs. Fruth steps 2 for the Knights, stolen away by Gantley. Knights trying to play a little pressure up now with the ball in the back half of the defense for the Bulldogs. Nice touch back to Gantley. 6 minutes and some change to go here in the opening period. 3-0, Bulldogs in front. Knights trying to turn up a little bit of offensive pressure, but the ball stuck on their side of the midfield stripe. And now the Bulldogs beat the pressure and start a push up that far sideline. They wanted to touch down in that far corner to Niwatiwa. But it goes out of bounds and a goal kick coming up. They really like to, the 2 options they really like to go with has been up that far sideline and then crossing it to the backside post. And then from the top, trying to touch it down off the left side and then a chip down inside the 6. But they've really been patient on their offensive attacks as they've moved forward. So we approach 5 minutes to go here in the opening half. Ball won off the second bounce on the far sideline by Logan Thompson. He can't keep it in bounds, and a throw coming up for the Knights. Bulldogs will settle, bring it near sideline. Kean Gantley. Here's Linder. Excuse me, Leander, my mistake. And a crossing ball that goes out of bounds and a sub coming on for the Bulldogs. David Teo, freshman from Paris, France. So goal kick coming up for the Knights. Gage Bowling, the freshman out of Georgetown, pride of Scott County High School. Launches this one out near midfield. One out of the air, though, by Nijuenos. Crossing ball down. They were looking for the head of Ruben Hazelby. Quickly back to work are the Bulldogs. Nijuenos goes reverse and comes all the way back to near midfield. Now G. Winya brings it near sideline. Gantley touches down in the near corner to Leander. Leander knifing his way through, and he just had it taken off of his feet by Harbaugh. Harbaugh tried to turn it back toward Cooper Rolfe, but it was intercepted. And the Bulldogs back on the attack. 3.5 to go here in the opening half. 3-0. Visiting Bulldogs of Tennessee Wesleyan in front. Hazelby drops it down to Gantley. He'll cross it across the face of the 6. Nobody's on the back post there, and a nice job there by the defense of the Knights to turn that one away. Wanted to play it ahead to Fruth, who was streaking up the near hash marks. But swiped away. Leander in front of Cosenza. And then Cosenza, nice job there intercepting that pass. And we get a whistle, but I don't know how they're going to get player offside, so it's going to be a goal kick coming up for KCU. 2.5 to play here in the opening half. 3-0, Bulldogs in front. Jensen Harbaugh, the sophomore from Atlanta, fired a goal in off the second half kickoff against Alice Lloyd from midfield. I mean, it was an absolute bomb. Caught everybody off guard in the stadium that night. They touched it back to him, and he put the left foot to it and sent it into the net. And the goalkeeper for Alice Lloyd that evening, it went right over top of his fingertips, and he just collapsed front of the goal like it just really just happened. Probably one of the coolest goals I've ever seen in a soccer game. Inside of 2 to go in the half. 3-0 Bulldogs with possession of the ball. Nijian Huis started the attack, drops it off. Ball intercepted by Harbaugh there just outside the 18, and a foul against the Bulldogs. Gives it back to KCU with 90 seconds to play in the half. So the sophomore from Atlanta probably will put this ball somewhere around the 30-yard line on the opposite end. Second bounce won by the Bulldogs. They try to turn it to the far sideline and kick it out of bounds. Over into the weeds it goes. So the Knights with a throw-in down on their offensive half inside of 60 seconds to play in the opening half. Bulldogs play it ahead. A nice ball off the touch. Defense trying to regain position and build that back wall here to not only give up a goal in the final 30 seconds. They recover nicely as the Bulldogs push ahead. Gantley fires it off the left foot, looking to the back post. Ball corrals around, and it's kicked out of bounds over top of the fence. And 16 seconds to go in the half, and a goal or a corner kick coming up for the Bulldogs. Turned down inside the net, and it goes in. Ruben Hazelby takes the crosser off the head with 2.3 seconds to play in the half and makes it 4-0. Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay. In the 44th minute. And that'll take us to halftime. 4-0 our score. TMU in front of KCU. Halftime here in Grayson when we return after this on Kool TV.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenham, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. Kentucky Christian University is a private, nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky in Grayson. KCU offers both undergraduate and graduate programs, including the Teacher Leader Master of Arts in Education degree. They also have an array of competitive sports. Kentucky Christian University is committed to focusing on Christ while helping students build character and prepare for their future careers. Visit kcu.edu to learn more or to schedule a visit to campus. State Senator Robin Webb would like to congratulate all the teams who made it to the 16th Regional Tournament and wish all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and support staffs the very best of luck in this year's tournament. State Senator Robin Webb is always proud to support our youth in all of their endeavors, both in the classroom and on the hardwood, and will always strive to put our youth and children first as she works hard to support the people in her district. Again, have fun and good luck at this year's regional tournament from your State Senator Robin Webb.
4-0 here at the half. TWU leading KCU. As we welcome you back here to Knight Stadium in Grayson, Kentucky. We'll take you through the scoring plays on this one. It stayed scoreless up until the 17th minute when Tennessee Wesleyan's Grant Barron knocked in his first goal of the ball game. That made it 1-0. They've got Luis Baldavicio credited with the second goal. I'm not certain if that's the case, though. I've got Dylan Connell with the first, but either way, the official scoring shows it at the 20th minute. 2-0, Bulldogs lead it. Connell punts one in a minute later in the 21st minute and makes it 3-0. And then 8 seconds shy of the halftime period, Ruben Hazelby takes it off of the header from the corner and makes it 4-0 Bulldogs at the half. We'll look at some statistics when we return after this on Kool TV.
Rev up your autumn adventure and refuel at Clark's Pump and Shop. Make a pit stop and treat yourself to our assortment of snacks and drinks. Clark's Pump and Shop has the perfect treats to satisfy your fall cravings. From our seasonal lattes and iced coffees to specialty donuts and desserts. Don't just fuel up your vehicle, fuel your taste buds at Clark's Pump and Shop, your ultimate road companion. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
River Cities Builders is a licensed general contractor specializing in commercial and industrial projects, and they have a history and reputation of providing top-notch expertise through their experienced and devoted workforce. River Cities Builders also is a gas facility maintenance company offering petroleum equipment maintenance and EMV compliant upgrades for smart payment terminals, and they offer 24 hours, 7 days a week emergency service. Call 606-473-4112 or visit rivercitiesbuildersinc.com.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations, or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts, and salads. A tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. Kentucky Christian University is a private, nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky in Grayson. KCU offers both undergraduate and graduate programs, including the Teacher Leader Master of Arts in Education degree. They also have an array of competitive sports. Kentucky Christian University is committed to focusing on Christ, while helping students build character and prepare for their future careers. Visit kcu.edu to learn more or to schedule a visit to campus. State Senator Robin Webb would like to congratulate all the teams who made it to the 16th Regional Tournament and wish all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and support staffs the very best of luck in this year's tournament. State Senator Robin Webb is always proud to support our youth in all of their endeavors, both in the classroom and on the hardwood, and will always strive to put our youth and children first as she works hard to support the people in her district. Again, have fun and good luck at this year's regional tournament from your State Senator Robin Webb.
4-0 at the half. So we welcome you back here to Grayson, Kentucky in Knight Stadium here in the heart of the Parks. Just a stone's throw off of I-64. Looking across the way in the foothills there. Starting to see a lot of color in those trees as fall is quickly approaching us here this year. Look at our statistics. We'll start first with the visiting Bulldogs. 12 shots in the contest, 7 on goal. They've had 2 corner kicks, and that last one going in for the header from Reuben Hazelby, the freshman out of Norwich, England. KCU with 3 saves in the contest. On those 7 shots on goal, they have not attempted a shot thus far in the ball game. Some individual numbers. Dylan Connell, 2 shots, both on goals. He's recorded 1 goal. Luis Baldavicio, 4 shots, 2 on goal with 1 goal. Grant Barron, 3 shots, 2 on goal with 1 goal. And then Reuben Hazelby punching it in the 44th minute, almost in the final 3 seconds of the first half, as he makes it 4-0 at the break. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll get you ready for second half of action here with the Bulldogs leading the Knights 4-0 at the half. Back for more after this on Kool TV.
Rev up your autumn adventure and refuel at Clark's Pump and Shop. Make a pit stop and treat yourself to our assortment of snacks and drinks. Clark's Pump and Shop has the perfect treats to satisfy your fall cravings. From our seasonal lattes and iced coffees to specialty donuts and desserts. Don't just fuel up your vehicle, fuel your taste buds at Clark's Pump and Shop, your ultimate road companion. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
River Cities Builders is a licensed general contractor specializing in commercial and industrial projects, and they have a history and reputation of providing top-notch expertise through their experienced and devoted workforce. River Cities Builders also is a gas facility maintenance company offering petroleum equipment maintenance and EMV-compliant upgrades for smart payment terminals, and they offer 24 hours, 7 days a week emergency service. Call 606-473-4112 or visit rivercitiesbuildersinc.com.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to
At
accommodate
First National
you.
Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations, or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts, and salads. A tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. Kentucky Christian University is a private, nonprofit university located in the beautiful foothills of eastern Kentucky in Grayson. KCU offers both undergraduate and graduate programs, including the Teacher Leader Master of Arts in Education degree. They also have an array of competitive sports. Kentucky Christian University is committed to focusing on Christ while helping students build character and prepare for their future careers. Visit kcu.edu to learn more or to schedule a visit to campus. State Senator Robin Webb would like to congratulate all the teams who made it to the 16th Regional Tournament and wish all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and support staffs the very best of luck in this year's tournament. State Senator Robin Webb is always proud to support our youth in all of their endeavors, both in the classroom and on the hardwood, and will always strive to put our youth and children first as she works hard to support the people in her district. Again, have fun and good luck at this year's regional tournament from your State Senator Robin Webb.
Back here in Grayson, 4-0 at the half. TWU leading KCU. Good look there. You can see the fall foliage starting to take hold on the foothills there across the way. Right here along I-64, and very busy area to say the least. Hey, the flags have untangled though. They were all twisted up at the beginning of the event this evening. Baseball's still underway. They playing some fall baseball over on the field. You can just see it starting to creep in there on the right side of your screen. Looked like they were playing a doubleheader this afternoon against Alice Lloyd. But 4-0 our score here at the half. Upcoming schedule for the Knights looks like this. After today, they've got a 4-game road trip at Bryan, Tennessee on the 23rd. They go to Union on the 27th. At Reinhardt on the 30th, and we turn the calendar to October the 2nd. That's at Appalachian Bible College. Then they come home. They'll be at home against Bluefield, Virginia on the 4th. That's a Thursday. Then against U-Pike on the 7th, a Saturday. Check that. Let me go back on Bluefield. That's actually a Wednesday, my mistake. Saturday against U-Pike. Then on Tuesday the 10th against Boyce College. 11th against Milligan on a Wednesday. And then they'll close things out. 2 games out of 3 on the road. They go to St. Andrews on the 13th. Final home game on October the 18th here against Johnson, Tennessee. And then they close out the regular season against Columbia down in South Carolina on October the 21st. Again, all those home games can be seen right here on Kool TV. Up next for the visiting Bulldogs, they'll go to Bluefield, Virginia on Saturday. They go back home against Bluefield, Virginia on Saturday. Bryan, Tennessee on next Wednesday. And they head to Columbia, South Carolina to close out the month of September. And then 6 games in the month of October, 3 at home, 3 on the road. They'll go to CIU, Milligan, and Reinhardt. They come home against Pikeville Union and closing things out against St. Andrews on Saturday, October the 28th. So we're ready for soccer to get going here for the second half. Shade starting to creep on the playing surface here at Knights Stadium. Knights will have the ball to start the second half. And our signal for play, and off we go. Bulldogs win it out of the air on the far sideline. They'll start the push. Cannell leaves it off to Gantley. Now Cannell with a touch up the far sideline. Settles it at his feet. They'll start the drop. Iwatiwa. Fahim Khan, freshman out of London, England, comes forward. First time that I've called his name in this ball game. Niwatiwa. Touch up near sideline. Agenhuis. Now Barron crosses across, was looking at the feet of Withrow. It's poked out of bounds on the near sideline. It'll be see if they're going to get a corner or a throw. I didn't see this signal. It looks like they're going to get a corner kick here to start things off in the second half. Nice ball cleared out by the defense. Here's Harbaugh. Playing it ahead with Barron on. Loses out of bounds. A quick drop in by Tanner Hughes. And not certain if they got a bad throw or the wrong throw, but either way, the ball goes back to the Bulldogs. Niwatiwa turns it off far sideline. 4-0 our score here favoring the visiting Bulldogs. Lights coming on here at the stadium as this shade starting to creep its way onto the playing surface after being drenched in sunlight much of the evening. Cody Burns pushes ahead to Harbaugh. Harbaugh taking off his feet as the ball caroms out of bounds. Knights will stay in possession of the ball. They thought they had it for the moment. Now they've changed it, and it is a Knights throw in. Cody Burns out of Washington Courthouse, Ohio, pride of Miami Trace High School. Senior will toss it in on the near sideline. Looking down toward Titus Rush, who was giving him a run. They couldn't make the connection. It's one out of the air, and here come the Bulldogs playing ahead to Connell on the far sideline. Connell tries to save it. He does so for the moment. Then KCU will turn it out of bounds. It'll be a long throw on the far sideline there for Connell. Kian Gantley from Helens Bay, Ireland, a junior. Will toss it in. He's a defensive player. He has played up on the offensive side more than he's been back, as this Bulldogs team has been playing high pressure the entire game. Here's Harricombe, settles it. Kahn trying to play it ahead. This ball was turned toward the goal and caromed off their own player of Julian Withrow. Now a nice defensive play there by Tanner Hughes. Ball crossed the face of the 6, and it's pounded out of bounds by Gage Bowling. The cameraman there getting a good look at him. A corner kick coming up for the Bulldogs. Ball crashes across the back post, and it's touched in as Sifosi Nigwenya, I believe that was Niwatiwa. Hang on just a second. We'll take a look at here on the Grayson Sporting Goods instant replay. And that was Niwatiwa. So 5-0 our score, 48 to go here in the contest. And it's 5-0 favoring. Nope, check that. They've waved it off. Okay, so it's 4-0, and it's going to be a goal kick. So we stay 4-0 as they've wiped off the goals. They've either got a push or something inside the box against the Bulldogs. So we stay 4-0, and the goal from Niwatiwa was wiped off. Niwatiwa with heavy pressure there from Titus Rush. Julian Withrow trying to touch it off to Connell. They'll slow things down. Now to Connell. Little negative play here. Niwatiwa in the center of the field. Looks down near side. He's got Grant Barron there. A crosser on the back post looking for Connell. There's nobody there. KCU defended it nicely. Now Connell settles it at his feet. Gets down outside the 6. Leaves it out top of the box. And a touch there by Julian Withrow. Pops that one in, and now it is 5-0. Withrow didn't get a lot on it. But he was in the right spot. And he got the ball to carry him across the near side upright. Here with 39-38 to go. Here's Harbaugh. Touch near side to Cody Burns. Good possession now by the Knights, but then ball's kicked off the leg of Burns out of bounds. Which way are we going? It's going to go back to the Bulldogs. Fahim Khan. Barron with the crosser outside the 18. Connell settles it off his chest, lost possession of the ball there. As Tanner Hughes clears for the Knights. Iguina launches one down off the hop. It goes right into the midst of Brett Ferguson, the junior goalkeeper from Seaman, Ohio. He tells his players, get up. Good ball. 50-50 ball. Niwatiwa launching over top of the back of Titus Rush there. No foul is called. We play on. Niwatiwa sends it ahead. It's turned back from Cameron Crawford. Good ball at the feet of Niwatiwa. Now off to the Knights, and they clear it away for the moment. Caden Bakes and Gage Bowling there. Now back at the feet of Kudan Niwatiwa. Looks it down near side, trying to get it to Barron. It's swiped away for the moment there by Crawford. And a goal kick coming up for the Knights. $5-0 here in the second half. 4-0 at the half, and then a goal from Kudan Niwatiwa here in the second period is where we currently stand. Had a goal there by Withrow that was wiped off, and Niwatiwa punched one in a few seconds later. Aaron Brown tripped from behind. That was from Withrow. So we'll get a free kick coming up for the Knights, and Jensen Harbaugh will chance to line one up out at the 45-yard line. See if he can send one toward the net. Harbaugh, good ball. One high hop right into the midst of Michael Garahy, a senior from Ireland. He puts it in play. Swiped away on that far sideline there by the Knights. Near sideline from Khan. Trying to play it through. Nice job there by Cosenza to knock that one away. Bulldogs turning up the far sideline. Trying to get that runner up toward Connell. as they turn it toward him, but it's intercepted by Cosenza. There's a ball turned across the face of the 6. Hadney Jenhuis. And then a long launch there from Harricombe, a junior out of Cape Town, South Africa. It's wide left. And a goal kick coming up for the Knights. Deshaun Thompson, freshman from Nashville, back in the ball game, as he'll replace Cody Burns. 10 minutes gone here in the second half. 5-0 Bulldogs in front. Nice job there by Cameron Crawford to turn it away. Now to Brown. Touched it off near side to Hughes on a good ball, but Hughes couldn't make the connection. It's out of bounds, and a throw coming up for the Bulldogs. Niwatiwa starts the approach. Gantley loses control of the ball, and then Withrow swipes it back and got away with a flop on the far sideline. They got the foul against Harbaugh, but Withrow looked like he just lost his footing there, and Knights get called for the infraction. So a free kick coming up for TWU. Bring it all the way near side. Kahn settles it at his feet. Harricombe looking down toward Connell with pressure on from behind. There's Thompson. Has it taken away, but one out of the air by the Bulldogs. Gantley fires it down inside the box. A nice save on the back line. Here's Withrow with a nice move, comes back and fires it into the net. Julian Withrow with a nice spin and reverse direction before he launched that second attempt. And really good save on that back line for the moment there by Gage Bowling. Then Withrow makes a nice recovery and fires it in and makes it 6-0 here with 32:54 to go in the contest. Ball up the far side. They'll drop it all the way back to the goalkeeper of Garhi, who's been very quiet in this one. Knights have not had any offensive pressure to speak of in this one. They've had only one shot at the goal, and that was a free kick from Harbaugh from the 45-yard line. It took a one hop over top of the defense and right into the midst of Garhi. Here's Connell at the far sideline. Nice ball sent by Gantley up to him. Heavy pressure, though, being applied as they take it away. They drop it off to Gantley. A touch back to Connell down in the left corner. And they lose it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Knights. Gage Bowling was closing out. Jesse Heiser will toss it in. Four goals in the first half, 2 here in the second for the Bulldogs. That's currently where we stand. As the Bulldogs will go all the way negative back to the goalkeeper. Kahn near side. Leaves it near side to Harricombe. Now to Kahn. Here's Barron down in the near side corner. Chip shot at the goal and a save there by Brett Ferguson as he swipes it into the midst. Big boot there by Ferguson. One out of the air, though, by Niwatiwa. Gantley on the far side with heavy pressure on by Thompson. Bulldogs bring it near sideline. Barron wanted up the near sideline here in front of us. Kahn plays it up to him. He settles it at his feet. Plays it down to the right corner. Crawford with heavy pressure on. Tries to turn it around, and we'll get a inadvertent handball. Barron claiming it was inside the box. The official says just outside the box. So it will be a free kick, and that was about 6 inches from being a penalty kick on a handball inside the box. Nice save there at the net. Good set piece there by the Bulldogs, but a dandy save there by the goalkeeper of Brett Ferguson. Take a look at this one on the Grayson Sporting Goods Instant Replay. Gantley put it in play. That was off the foot of Nijenhuis. But Brett Ferguson got the mitts on it and sent it away, and a heck of a save by him. Brown turns this one to the far sideline. It goes into the Knights bench. And it'll stay with the Bulldogs. Side of 29 to go in the ball game. 6-0 our score. Withrow with heavy pressure on. Drops it off to the far side. Gantley crossing it back post and sends it too high and wide. Sub coming on for KCU as Austin Fruth, freshman from here in Grayson out of East Carter High School. Bulldogs women's team victorious over KCU earlier this evening. They've settled into the stands here, taking in the second half of action. Here's Niwatiwa, whistled for the foul at midfield as he jumped over the back of Austin Fruth. So a free kick coming up for the Knights, and Jensen Harbaugh, the 49.5-yard line, will put this one in the air. Sun almost gone for the evening as lights on here at the stadium. Here's a ball down inside the box, and it takes one hop before Fruth can get to it. And Garahi with the save. Looks like they've changed that check. They've changed out goalkeepers now. They got Jack Bodie back there. Just noticing the number change. Bodie, a freshman out of Gallatin, Tennessee. So Garahi was in there in the first half. They've gone to Bodie in the second. Here's Connell. Touches it ahead to Gantley. Gantley up that far sideline. Knights defensive back takes it away up to Deshaun Thompson. Niwatiwa steps two. It's out of bounds and a throw for the Knights. Inside of 27 to go in the contest. Bulldogs in front by 6. Good throw at the far sideline. One out of the air by the Bulldogs, but Harbaugh steps two and had it for the moment at his foot. Niwatiwa kicks it out of bounds, and a throw coming up for the Knights as we'll get a sub back in for KCU. Cooper Rolfe will check back in, replacing Tanner Hughes. Good ball off the header. Settles out near midfield. Bulldogs run into each other, but they settle things down and play it near side to Niwatiwa. And he just shoved a player to the turf as that was Titus Rush that took the big spill. That got the fans in attendance electrified for a moment. Henson Jimmy Harbaugh will put this one in play. Approaching 25 to go in the ball game. It's been all Bulldogs. A couple of nice set pieces that's put goals in. Nice ball down outside the 18. Cosenza's a little shaken up after that header attempt. May have banged heads with the player there of Niwatiwa. Ferguson sends it skyward. Barron tries to settle. And it'll be a throw in for the Bulldogs on the near sideline. Volleyball in action on Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. Football here at noon. You can catch all the action here on Kool TV. Pregame for volleyball will begin at 10:50. And then pregame for football at 11:40. There's Barron up the near side. Touches it back in to the near hash marks. That's Harrycombe. Back down to Barron. Fires it across the 6, and a nice diving save there off the feet of Caden Banks, the junior out of Minford. And it'll be a corner kick coming up. Barron, a chip shot into the box. And a long ball launched off the foot of Nguyen. And a goal kick coming up for KCU. Beautiful fall-like evening here in Greason. Very comfortable temperatures for much of the evening. Had the plentiful sunshine during the women's contest, but a nice breeze that was in play as well. Here the sunlight has kind of dissipated, but it's been very cool and comfortable. Harrycombe puts it on the left foot. A diving save there by the goalkeeper, but following there with a stick back is Jeremiah Cook. His first action, the junior out of Inverness, Florida, to make it 7-0. Harrycombe had a nice shot there just outside the 10-yard line. A diving save by the goalkeeper, but the follow by Cook. 23:02 to go in the contest. KCU playing it back. Heavy pressure up by the Bulldogs. Banks will turn it up toward midfield for Thompson. It'll be a Knights throw in on the far side. Knights trying to get a run going toward Fruth up that far sideline. It's one out of the air, though. Harrycombe plays it off his chest. Barron wants it on the near sideline. Bring it near side to him. Niwatiwa with a touch. He gets upended. Knights with a push. Here's Titus Rush with a drop off to Fruth. Back to Rush. Kahn turns it back in the middle of the field. Connell. Egenuous off to Barron. Barron in the right corner just outside the 18. Fires one across the 6, and it's wide as he was trying to hook up with Jeremiah Cook again. And it's a goal kick for the Knights as we approach 21.5 to go in the ball game. $7-0 our score. I'm going to fire my producer. I'd like to have these little kids down low. Their energy, man, they have been running laps around the stage on the bottom here. They're having the time of their lives here this afternoon and evening. Good ball out near midfield. One out of there by Cosenza. Cooper Rolfe tries to step two, but the Bulldogs reverse fields. They drop it all the way back to Bodie. Here's Fahim Khan. Wood jogs it to the far side. Gantley plays it off to Connell. Crossing ball looking toward back post, and it bends wide of the upright. Egenhuis. Good, nice little crosser there, but Bulldogs could not capitalize on another opportunity, and it stays 7-0. Jesse Heiser, 20 to go in the ball game. Brings this one near side, trying to get it to Crawford. Bulldogs play it out of the air, and a push forward to Barron. Right side, crosses it across the 18. Gantley will settle in the far corner. Here's Kahn, settles it at his feet. Here's Wood. Heavy pressure there. Caden Banks wins. And a whistle and a foul against KCU. So the free kick coming up for the Bulldogs. And Dave Nugenuis hands it off to Grant Barron, freshman from Norwich, England. And now Ken Gantley's going to come over and do the honors. So a four-man wall for the Knights. Gantley will put it on the left foot. Curving ball down inside the box and off the head. I believe that was from Kahn. It makes it 8-0. Raheem Khan, the freshman out of London, England, as we take a look here on the Grayson Sporting Goods Instant Replay. And that's exactly who it was. So 18:37 to go in the ball game. Khan, that's his first goal of the season. Bulldogs backpedaling, settle it at their 30. David Teo, freshman out of Paris, France, back in the contest. He'll play near side. Also Ruben Hazelby, who netted a goal. Trying to play it ahead to Teo. A good ball from that far side. Teo rolls it down inside the box. Genuis could not settle, though. Good play. Got a sub on the far side for KCU. Jensen Harbaugh back on. As Cosenza will step off. Knights with a touch as they'll play a ball up toward midfield, looking for Austin Fruth. It's one out of the air by Nguyen. Tried to play the through ball off to Cannell. It was intercepted by the Knights. Settles back to Wood. Down to the corner. That's Logan Thompson. Crosser outside the 6, turned away off the head there by Gage Bowling. Harbaugh, 2 on. Knights trying to save. They'll send it out of the side there, so it'll be a throw instead of a corner. before we get play back in, we'll get subs for Truett Wesleyan. Baldavicio back in. And Mikael Leander. Ebeltoft, Denmark, his hometown for the freshman. Throw down across the face of the 6, turned away by the Knights defense. Trying to put it inside the box there from Hazelby. Eugenowis made the charge. Ferguson pokes it away, and it'll be a corner kick coming up for the Bulldogs. Eugenowis to do the honors. Arcing ball back post and on top of the net and out of bounds. So a goal kick for the Knights. So we approach 15 and a half to go in the contest. 4 goals on each side of the halftime period thus far. 4-0 at the half, and we've had 4 goals in this one in the second. Favoring this Bulldogs team that came in receiving votes in the recent poll. Here's Teo. Bulldogs work it to the far sideline. Now they'll bring it right up the center of the field on a nice through ball. But a great defensive stop there by the Knights as they'll get it to Harbaugh for a moment. Caden Banks was the one that took that one away. Teo wants it on the far side corner. This one's kicked out of bounds there by Logan Thompson. Caromed off the leg of a Knight. So Nagenowis will try another corner kick. We approach 14 minutes to go in the ball game. High arcing ball, just wide. As that was Jeremiah Cook trying to pick up a hat trick. He's had the last 2 goals. Pins that one wide of the upright. And a goal kick for the Knights. Jamie Rodriguez, junior from Beebe, Arizona. Approaching 13 to go in the ball game. It's been all Bulldogs. Knights stood tall for about the opening 13 minutes. But then a flurry of goals, 3 to be exact. From just inside of 28 minutes until just before the 23-minute mark. It was 3-0 Bulldogs. Ball rolling down the far sideline, giving chase for the Knights, but could not get there. That was Cody Burns on the run out. Teo wants it on the near side. Con. Heavy pressure there by Rodriguez. He'll turn it back to the goalkeeper, and they'll take it to the opposite side away from the Knights offense. Here's Connell on a nice runner up the far sideline, working on Aaron Brown. Brown pokes it out of bounds. It'll be a throw coming up for the Bulldogs. Hazelby. Teo. Front side off the crossbar there on the shot by Leander. And it goes out of bounds on a goal kick coming up. Hang on just a second. We got a player down And we will get a stoppage in play. So 11:32 here in the second half. Trying to look toward and see. Player, I believe this is Aaron Brown that is down. Appear to be working on the left calf muscle area. Brown, a sophomore from Greenup County High School. So as the sun continues to set, beautiful cotton candy skies across the way over I-64 is mixing in with the fall foliage that's beginning to settle in here for this. Now we're a couple of days away from the first day of fall. Brown helped to the sideline by his teammates. Certainly wish the best for that young man. Good kid. Had him in class, actually, when I was a teacher down at Greenup County. So reset the clock to 12 minutes. Our official says. So they put 12 minutes back on the clock, and off we go. Nice job there out of the air. Bulldogs control it. We'll go negative again. Spread things out and start an attack up the far sideline. Rodriguez trying to apply the pressure on that back line there against the defense. And now they get a throw in as they can't get the ball to Teo. Cameron Crawford out of New Albany, Indiana, just across the river from Louisville. And before we get to throw in there by Harbaugh, we'll get a sub back in for KCU's Cosenza will check in. Out goes Tanner Hughes. Hughes, a junior out of Dillsboro, Indiana, from South Dearborn, Ohio. Or Dearborn High School, excuse me. This ball's just booted out of bounds up toward the stands. Trying to get it down to Rodriguez. Crawford will try it again. Wants to go down the line. Bulldogs turn it back near midfield, settled at the feet. Nice through ball up to Cook. Cook with 2 on. Takes it off to the left side with heavy pressure from behind. Ball turned off the face there of either Bowling or Banks. Nice job there. I believe it was Banks. Hazelby wins it out of the air. Bring it near side to Kahn. Inside of 10 to go in the contest. Teo, near side. Bellavistio lost his footing. We play on, though. Harbaugh playing defense as Leander was trying to get 2 and couldn't do so. So a nice defensive stand there once again by the Knights on the heavy pressure from the Bulldogs. This Wesleyan team 2-2-3 coming into this contest. 2-0-1 in conference play. Appalachian Athletic Conference. Hazel will touch it off. Gets it right back. Bulldogs start the pressure up that far sideline again. This one rolls across the top of the 18. Teo trying to get 2. Baldovizio has a drop there to Kahn. Does so to him. And then a ball off the foot of Teo, and he launches it through the uprights. But it'll be a corner kick coming up for the Bulldogs. We'll say that it was touched by the Knights. So Dave Nagenowis will send it in the air inside of 8 to go in the ball game. Good ball to the deep corner. Jeremiah Cook tried to fly in there and fire it in, but it goes out of bounds, and a goal kick coming up for KCU. Here comes Deshaun Thompson back in. As Cody Burns will step off. It's like they're looking at the left ankle of Aaron Brown across the way. They've got the shin guard and shoe removed. Good ball out at midfield. Second ball won for a moment by the Bulldogs, and then a foul on the over the back there by Charlie Woods. So a free kick coming up for KCU. Jamie Rodriguez will set it up for Heiser. Heiser, a good chip down inside the 18. Ball comes near sideline. It's off the foot of Fruth. Bodie tries to grab it. They'll say Fruth touched it last. Good ball there by Heiser. Gave the Knights a look down inside the 18. Just couldn't put the piece together and put it in the net. So Jack Bodie, freshman from Gallatin, Tennessee, puts it back in play as we've got 6 to go in the contest. Bodie launches that one out to midfield, won by Baldovizio, senior out of Bolivia. Now a good push ahead for the Knights. A lot of contact. We play on. Rodriguez gets it off to Harbaugh. Nice touch there down to Rodriguez. Swing of the leg to the right corner. But it's out of bounds as Rodriguez got it well up in the air. Just couldn't make the connection. As Cosenza was tackled out at the 20-yard line. We played through. Here's Teo on a run out. They're going to try to play it near side. They'll settle it with Cook. Nice step 2 there by Caden Banks to take it out of bounds before they get it to the feet of Connell. And throw coming up for the Knights inside of 5 to go. Man, we got a player down for the Bulldogs. That's Connell cramping up, and right there to his assistance was Caden Banks. Great sportsmanship there by those two gentlemen. Nothing worse in the middle of a contest, no matter what sport you're playing, than getting a cramp, especially in the calf. So Connell will step off. KCU with the throw. One out of the air on the far sideline. KCU sends it right back. Fruth trying to win it out at midfield. Here's Thompson running near side, but there's Bodie. He will settle it down and launch it back out across the midfield stripe. 50-50 ball. Comes down inside the 20. Ball to Vizio. Here's Hazelby. Bulldogs trying to work it around. Get a nice set piece up to make a touchdown inside the 6. They're going to reverse it all the way back out near midfield. Austin Fruth, the only player out there thus far right now for the Knights. Chip shot down inside the 18. Hazelby with a left foot swing, and it's wide. So a goal kick coming up for the Knights, inside of 4 to go. Tennessee Wesleyan is going to pick up their 3rd win on the season with a victory here this afternoon and early evening. KCU is going to fall to 1-5-1. Knights will be back in action coming up Saturday on a trip to Bryan, Tennessee. Teo near side. Settles it, chips it into the 6. Nice grab there by Brent Ferguson. He'll sling it out near sideline, but Teo wins it out of the air and turns it right back down toward his 18-yard box. And we get a foul against the Bulldogs. As Cosenza got taken to the turf yet again. The young man has played through a lot of contact this afternoon and evening. Rodriguez, 2 on. Now the official says moved it from the wrong spot, so they'll re-kick. There's a good ball ahead off the Harbaugh on the near sideline. Good drop to Burns. Thompson touches it to the near corner. Harbaugh booms this one and sends it out of bounds. So inside of 2 to go. Big hat tip to our crew today. Felicia Collier, executive producer. Travis Otworth up top on cameras. Travis had the producing job in the women's game. Spencer Hutchinson was on the call. Big thanks to all the staff and support crew here at KCU. This Bulldogs team, they're receiving votes for a reason. They are a solid soccer team. And again, they were very patient. KCU kept them at bay for the first 13 minutes, but then over the next 3.5 minutes, they put it in the net 3 times, led it 3-0, 4-0 at the half. They've added 4 goals here in the second half, and at the moment it's 8-0 favoring the visiting Bulldogs. Teo with heavy pressure on from Cosenza. We'll take it out top to Hazelby. Inside of a minute to go. They scored in the final seconds of the first half. Will they try to punch one in here? And this one's a nice slide tackle on the far side. And Caden Banks sends it out of bounds and a throw coming up. Harbaugh tied up Leander. And they'll get Leander on the push and a free kick coming up for the Knights. 30 seconds to go. Good ball out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez near sideline. Cosenza with a run. 15 seconds to go. Cosenza with heavy pressure from Teo. Now Kahn lets it trickle across the end line, and we'll get our final seconds in this one. Tennessee Wesleyan's going to take the victory 8-0 and pick up their 3rd win on the season. Post-game show when we return after this on Kool TV.
Rev up your autumn adventure and refuel at Clark's Pump and Shop. Make a pit stop and treat yourself to our assortment of snacks and drinks. Clark's Pump and Shop has the perfect treats to satisfy your fall cravings. From our seasonal lattes and iced coffees to specialty donuts and desserts. Don't just fuel up your vehicle, fuel your taste buds at Clark's Pump and Shop, your ultimate road companion. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
River Cities Builders is a licensed general contractor specializing in commercial and industrial projects, and they have a history and reputation of providing top-notch expertise through their experienced and devoted workforce. River Cities Builders also is a gas facility maintenance company offering petroleum equipment maintenance and EMV compliant upgrades for smart payment terminals, and they offer 24 hours, 7 days a week emergency service. Call 606-473-4112 or visit rivercitiesbuildersinc.com.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
8-0 your final. No, that's not the soccer field. That's the baseball field. They just finished up a doubleheader over there, fall baseball for the Knights. I played a doubleheader tonight against Alice Lloyd, but here on the soccer field, the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs head home with a pair of wins. Women knocked off KCU 21-0 earlier this evening, and it was the Bulldogs on the men's side winning 8-0 here in game number 2. Scoring in this one looks like this, 4 goals each side for the Bulldogs. Grant Barron had our first goal in the 17th minute. Luis Baldavicio had it in the 20th minute, made it 2-0. Dylan Connell fouls less than a minute later, making it 3-0. And then just before the halftime period, Ruben Hazelby with a shot in off of a corner at the 44th minute, 4-0 our score at the half. 4 more goals follow. A Jen Huis with the goal at the 50th minute on an assist from Julian Withrow. Withrow follows 7 minutes later at the 57th minute with a goal, making it 6-0. A pair of goals from Jeremiah Cook at the 67th and 71st minute. 8-0 is your final. Final numbers look like this for the Bulldogs: 19 shots, 14 on goal, 6 corner kicks they had. KCU 2 shots, both of those on goal, 6 saves in the net. They did not attempt a corner kick. Tennessee Wesleyan, it moves their record now to 3-2-3. They'll go to 3-0-1 in conference play. For the Knights, they fall to 1-5-1, 0-4 in conference play. That's it for us here this evening. Again, a big thanks to the all the great folks here at KCU. Spencer Hutchinson on the call for the women's game earlier this evening, and our crew here in this one, Travis Otworth and Felicia Collier. So again, your final score, Tennessee Wesleyan knocks off KCU 8-0 here at Knight Stadium. For Travis Otworth, Spencer Hutchinson, Felicia Collier, I'm James Carter saying good night, and thanks for tuning in here on Kool TV.
Thank you for watching another KCU Knights soccer broadcast on Kool TV. This broadcast of Kentucky Christian University Soccer has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Kool Sports Network and Kool TV.